We announced the availability of wideband LTE in 16 markets in the U.S. Already, which gives you up to 150 megs worth of speed. That's a 90-minute HD video in 3 minutes. And VoLTE in about 107 million people's locations in 15 markets. But what we found, Emily, is that the $6 billion of media spending that the industry is spending on maps and a cacophony of crazy messages makes it hard to come through. So what we found by listening to our customers is what they said to us is, hey, we really love everything you're doing, but we'd love a chance to test drive. So we have a program called Test Drive. We're offering something called the 7-Night Stand, and it's the ability to get an iPhone 5S from Apple fully loaded and have a data experience on T-Mobile for a week, free of charge, no down payment, no cost, and actually believe that's going to change the way the industry purchases wireless services. So we're quite excited about it.
What you're doing, John, is actually pretty unprecedented. Why don't the other carriers do this?
In effect, with one after one, whether it's no contract or anytime upgrades or international data roaming, contract freedom, people have artificial barriers in their minds about why it was done the other way. So we talked to Apple, and by the way, this is great. Apple, the awareness level by customers that T-Mobile has the iPhone is very low. So by the way, this is not only a chance to test drive our network, test drive an Apple iPhone 5S if you haven't. So the question is, when we get that partnership together with Apple, it does beg the question, why wasn't it this way? But tomorrow the question is going to be to the other guys, why don't you do this?
Apple isn't usually one to partner. How did the partnership with Apple come about?
Well, I think one of the reasons that Apple and we are partnering is it's a small update I'd provide to you, Emily. T-Mobile is the fastest growing U.S. wireless company that exists. So obviously, Apple would like to find a way to be a higher percentage of our business and get the word out. And we have a very good, strong, evolving partnership with them.
Amazon just released its new smartphone. AT&T is the exclusive carrier. You haven't been shy, as usual, about your thoughts, saying, whew, Amazon doesn't know what they just signed up for. Exclusivity sucks for customers. Exclusivity on AT&T sucks for the industry. Hashtag just saying. Tell us what you really think.
Well, okay, I'll comment on this as long as we come back and talk about music freedom. But, along with everybody else, including Corey, who I believe was covering for you, and I mean, observations for me are, I was really excited. I mean, I was expecting something big. And, I kind of saw an old business model, 2-year contracts, exclusive with AT&T, a phone that was priced as high as any device in the market. And then I was a little confused because as a Prime customer, I kind of thought they were going to give me a phone, but they gave Prime service to the other customers. So I did see that the phone will allow you to point at things and tell you what you're seeing. And for me, I usually know what I'm looking at, except, like late at Friday night, and I'm not sure having that phone tell me what I'm looking at is going to help. So I don't know. By the way, Emily, I think if it's a great success, I believe you'll be able to buy it unlocked and T-Mobile customers can have it. But I think the bigger event, Uncarrier 5 and 6.
All right, let's talk about Uncarrier 6.0 and you guys making a big bet on streaming music. How much do you think this is really going to entice customers to switch to T-Mobile or stay on T-Mobile if they're thinking about switching?
Well, here's what I know. About 113 million people stream music on their mobile devices. That's double in a year. And the traffic on our network for streaming has gone up about 6-fold in the last couple of years. So it's a big deal. Second is that I know that the other carriers are just using this as an opportunity to gouge players. They tell them, customers, they tell them what service to use, and then they charge for every single minute of listening to even the ads. So the pain point is music freedom needs to be solved. So what we're doing is providing our customers free streaming, unlimited of music in the top 6 or 7 services and then more to follow. And we also worked with Rhapsody to create what's called Unradio, which is to solve the pain point of internet radio. And this is a gift to our unlimited customers who already get free streaming. So we think it's going to be a very big deal.
Unradio, Uncarrier, Amazon. You guys are on a roll with the uns. I'll have to ask you about Sprint T-Mobile. What is the latest on a merger and you being in charge of it?
Well, the update, Emily, is last time we talked, it took you 7 minutes to get to that question. Today, I think you're down to about 5. So, you need a little improvement on this.
I'm running out of time. I had to sneak it in.
Yeah, we're not going to comment on rumor or speculation, but I've been very consistent about the Un-carrier's point in the industry and the importance of it to the American wireless consumer. And I think the momentum will continue, and consolidation and/or other avenues are going to continue this momentum.